With pencil calligraphy, you can use a lot of different pencils. I would not recommend a thin mechanical pencil simply because what you're trying to do is get a variety of strokes. So for example, you want to be able to press harder when you go down and softer when you go up. This one is I think it's a 0.9, so it works better. If you get a really, really thin one, it's harder to tell the difference because it never does go really, really thick. This one would be okay because it is a bigger one, but try it out yourself and see what you can make work. You can make a regular pencil work or a drawing pencil work. Just make a few test stripes to make sure you can get a different weight going down than coming up. All right, these ones are my favorite for doing pencil calligraphy. They are lead holders. We know it's not lead, it's graphite. But they just kind of grip the lead, and it's a drafting tool. But it's like I think it's like a 3mm pencil or lead. Now this one, you can see that is a lot lighter than this one. It's because it has a lighter lead in it. This has probably got an H or a 2H in it. So I'm going to use this one because it looks like it's the best out of all of them. Okay, now you're going to go darker down and lighter up for a couple of reasons. One, because that gets your hands used to it. Two, because when you start using the calligraphy nib pens, you have to have a lighter stroke going up or you can break those pens, especially if you're using a flexible nib tip. But that's the way the letters are formed, is darker down, lighter up. Now I've given you some links to a couple of different worksheets that will be fun if you want to download them. I've downloaded these and printed them. You can work directly on them like I did here, where you can practice your stroke and trying to get it at the right angle. You'll notice when I work that I don't keep that paper perfectly parallel. That is a hard angle for me. I find it easier to pull straight back to my shoulder. So I turn the page until it's helping me get the right angle so that I can get a good stroke. Whatever angle works for you, go ahead and do that. Now, you can write directly on these worksheets, like I said, or you can use a blank paper and get those nice long strokes that are even. Try to get more light going up, and you'll be coming down here. Oh, we've got these here going down. So we've got some horizontal strokes. These are generally lighter. Very seldom will you have a dark horizontal stroke. Now remember, you're using your whole arm, so you're going to bring it here. If you use just your wrist, it's harder to get a straight line. Not impossible, but if you use your whole arm, it's just a lot easier. It also helps you develop muscle memory, just like riding a bike. Okay, when you come down to these, you've got to go dark down, light up. Dark down, light up. You don't have to go at any specific speed. Go at the speed you need to go, all right? Have fun with this. Get as far as you can, and hopefully you'll get all the way down to the end. I'd like to see you try that, simply because doing these is a great practice tool, but you've got to be able to make these letters, all right? Look at this, a lot of scroll that goes into that, right? So you've got to be able to make these letters. Actually, I can't see that through it unless I have a light table. You can use a light table, clear plastic with a light underneath. You can use a window, whatever works, all right? When you go to do here, look at the first one, figure it out. You can even try doing it without actually pressing down so that you can try to figure out where your heavy strokes are and your light strokes, your pressure and your release. Release, pressure, release, pressure, release to the end. So we have release, pressure, release, pressure, release. All right, so you're going to do those on each of those. Have fun with that. Z is one of my favorites. Release, pressure, release pressure, and release. Release pressure, and release. All right, then you got all of your minuscule after you finish your majuscule. Have fun. I can hardly wait to see what you do.